The summer of 1940 was unlike any Britain had ever known. The clouds over southern England were not just weather, they were a canvas of contrails, the rising roar of engines, and the looming shadow of war. Hitler's armies had swept through Europe with terrifying speed, and Britain now stood alone. Across the Channel, the German war machine prepared for the next step, Operation Sea Lion, the planned invasion of the island nation. But before any soldier could set foot on British soil, one battlefield had to be won: the skies. At first, the Luftwaffe's attacks began in the narrow lanes of the English Channel, harrying convoys and merchant ships in what became known as Kanalkampf, a brutal prelude to something larger. But on Adlertag, the skies erupted with unprecedented ferocity. German bombers and fighters surged towards Britain's southern coast, determined to rip apart the RAF's backbone, airfields, radar stations, and the nerve centers of Fighter Command. Yet the RAF was ready. Somehow, impossibly, they always knew where the enemy was coming from. Hidden along the coastline, radar masts and ground observers fed vital information to a meticulously organized control network. Fighter squadrons launched within minutes, intercepting the enemy before they could land their most devastating blows. In the air, it was a contest of machines and men. The Hawker Hurricane, rugged and reliable, took the brunt of bomber interceptions, while the sleek Supermarine Spitfire met Germany's Messerschmitt Bf 109 head-on in deadly swirling duels. German bombers, the Henkel Hay 111, Dornier Do 17, and Junker Ju-88, pressed on, escorted by fighters that often found themselves outmatched and far from home. As August bled into September, the Luftwaffe changed tactics. Instead of airfields, Britain's cities became the targets. London, Coventry, and other industrial centers faced the Blitz, heavy night raids designed to shatter civilian morale. Flames lit the night skies, and rubble filled the streets. But in a twist of fate, this shift gave the RAF precious breathing room. Squadrons repaired their airfields, trained new pilots, and returned to strength. By October, the Luftwaffe's losses were mounting, their bomber formation shredded, their pilots exhausted. The plan to invade Britain was shelved indefinitely. The island had withstood the storm. Prime Minister Churchill's words would echo forever. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. The Battle of Britain was over. A hard-fought victory that secured Britain's skies, preserved it as a bastion of resistance, and ensured it would one day be a springboard for the liberation of Europe. It was not just an air war. It was the moment Britain's fate, and perhaps the fate of the world, hung in the balance, and the few, against all odds, prevailed.